Hello. So, GameCube games. I don't have that big a stack, but I do have some GameCube games. So, first up, we got Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. This is one of the few mature games that had came out on a Nintendo console back in the day, because Nintendo was all about that family-friendly business. Trying to keep my head in front of the light, but it's not happening. So, try to ignore the little bright light of I don't know why cameras. What can you do? Anyway, so you play through basically multiple storylines in this one, and it's all tied to your main character somehow. I've never actually finished it. I do know that there's a ending if you play through the game. I guess you'd have to play through it 4 times. Because you got the 3 that you could choose from, and then there's a secret one. So, I think you only got to play through the 3 times, though. The 4th thing is just, generally most people do try to do the secret one the first time they ever play, just to make it easier. I don't recommend it if you want to see that ending, though that ending, you could just look it up on YouTube, it'd be a lot better. Is there something on my screen? Or is it the camera? It's the camera. Never mind. Alright, Evolution Worlds. So, as I mentioned, whenever I showed Evolution World of Sacred Device on Dreamcast, this one is Evolution 1 and 2 combined, but it skips a lot of stuff that happened in 1. It fast forwards the storyline basically into the second half. There's some of it there just for the purpose of story moments, but it doesn't have all of it. So I kind of, after I found that out, because it leaves out half the dungeons, I decided, I was like, I'm going to wait until I played the first game first. And the reason I haven't made it anywhere in Eternal Darkness is because I tried playing the game and got killed before I chose my rune. Because I'm dumb, apparently. I had no clue what I was doing, honestly. Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. I actually happened across this on sale at a used game shop for $20, and I grabbed it because I was like, what? What idiot marked this one? The person ringing me up was like, Derek, you know what? You win. And it was a happy win. So, yeah, my nose is itching me. I swear, every time I go to stream, my nose itches. But yeah, so that made me happy. I haven't actually played it yet because I want to play the games in order. I have the other 2 games available digitally on my Wii. I'm going to play the new version of RPG through GameFly at some point, which might happen before I get to my Wii, which will be fine. And then I think Paper Mario is available through the Switch Online. I'm not sure. Alright, jeez. I hate when stickers are... It came like that, by the way. It just drives me crazy. Anyways, Spyro, Enter the Dragonfly. I haven't actually played it. It was just kind of a case of I had been playing Spyro on PlayStation 1, and I was like, because I was like, I don't really have but the first Spyro game, and thus I bought that one. It didn't cost that much. It was like $5. Alright, Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. I actually did finish this game. So, I don't know... I don't know if there's actually supposed to be anything special when you beat the game, because as far as I can tell, it just is like, hey, you can play the game again. And I was like, okay. But yeah, it's DDR, and this one's is Mario. Obviously, you don't... A dance pad is an option. I don't have that, so I just used my controller. I played through once as Luigi and once as Mario. I played Luigi on the, easier of the 2 modes. There's only 2 options, if I remember correctly. And then I played Mario on the harder of the 2. And there's just, yeah. And like the back of the box says, there's 25 songs. But you don't really notice that if you're just playing through it on the its version of a story mode, I guess, is a way of explaining it. Because there is a story, which I guess is unique for this. Generally, DS games don't really have a story. If they do, it doesn't amount to much but some text that don't make any sense. Which, honestly, could be true for that one as well. It's still fun for what it is. It's just, Mario themed whatever. So I got this because I'd realized the other one I had was technically the sequel, and I was like, why not get the first one, for reals? So, Fantastic Four. I've not actually played it outside of making sure the disc worked because I had bought it used. It's about the extent of what I know about it. Alright, Hello Kitty Roller Rescue. I was trying to see what Hello Kitty games I could get that came out in America at the time. There's not a lot. There is a fair amount that can be imported, but it's not like I have those consoles because region locking. So, outside of the DS Hello Kitty games, this and I think there's one Wii title were the main things at the time. There's also 3DS ones, and now there's Switch games. So, Hello Kitty's trying to come to America. Honestly, I didn't really play it that much. I just kind of saw that you start out as Kitty, and that you can play. You just kind of skate around and collect stuff. And as you collect stuff, you're supposed to be able to unlock the other characters according to the back of the box, I guess. So this game, I don't know if it's a glitch or what, but I started the game, and then the game said I beat the game, and then it said I could play the mini games that lead up to the end of the game, and then it acted like I hadn't beat the game. So I don't know what happened. I'm guessing it's a glitch. At some point, I'm going to try again and see if it doesn't glitch. Anyways, yeah. Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse. So, it's interesting. So there is an option it mentions on the back of the box here. I don't have it, but I might get it at some point. I have the cord that can connect the Game Boy Advance to the GameCube, but I don't have the Magical Quest starring Mickey and Minnie for the Game Boy Advance. If I ever get that, I seriously will plug it in just to see what the differences are. Like if it makes the mini games different, or if it changes the background or what it does. Because that'll be interesting. It just says to make inside the mirror a little different. I don't know. I mean, it's not a hard game because it's a kid's game, but it was just confusing the fact it acted like I beat it, but I had just started it. And I was like, what is going on, game? Because it gave me credits and an end scene and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, what? Naruto Clash of Ninja. So I actually did beat this game painstakingly. I don't know if maybe I'm clueless or if the controls just are that terrible, because I found the best way to beat the game was just constantly spamming the kick button, and then I won. And honestly, I haven't touched it since then. I played through the whole thing as Naruto, and I was like, yeah, don't see... There didn't really seem to be a whole lot going on. So, I don't know. But yeah, it does tell you it's one-on-one battles. And it tells you can play as the different characters. And it says you can unlock secret characters, which I didn't see. So maybe I missed something. And it tells you to unleash powerful combo attacks, but I didn't see the point. There are supposedly 7 gameplay modes. So maybe I just chose the wrong mode. I don't know. One day I'll revisit it, but I don't see it being soon because I was kind of like, well, that was dumb. I spent I don't know. I want to say 6 hours beating it because it took me a little bit to figure out that I could just kick everybody and win. And then I was like, okay, that was a fun waste of time. So, that's about all I really can say about that game. I don't remember much other than being like, I'm bored. Alright, so those are the GameCube games I have. I do at some point want to get a hold of Luigi's Mansion unless they decide to remake the first one onto the Switch. Because I know the 3DS remake is. So I do want to get either the GameCube one or if they decide to put it on Switch at some point in the future. Since 2 and 3 officially are on Switch, I think 2 came out. There, it's coming out soon. Who cares? I don't want to play the games out of order. So yeah, that's one of those cases. I'm like, because they re-released all the Pikmin games onto the Switch. So, hopefully. Outside of that, let's see. Baten Kaitos got remade for Switch. I don't know if there's a physical version of it. If you know, let me know in the comments because I've only seen it digitally. And I kind of don't want to buy digital. It bugs me for some reason. I do think that Baten Kaitos Origins is supposed to be different, so I might have to get that on GameCube at some point. And then I forget what the name of the other RPG is that came out on there. There was like this other RPG I saw at the game store, and I was like, "Ooh, that's expensive," but I bet it's not remade. Outside of that, the Fire Emblem game, which is way overpriced, and then of course there's like a few Pokemon games that are GameCube exclusive that I haven't got yet because of the price. But I am working on saving up specifically for the XD Gale of Darkness one, since that one has a storyline. Unlike Colosseum, which doesn't. I'm not really sure what the point behind that one is. I will have to find out if there's anything entertaining there or if it's just Pokemon battling. As far as I can tell, that's all it is. Pokemon battling. Alright. So yeah, outside of getting Pokemon XD and looking into the Baten Kaitos Origins game, since I think it might be different from 1 and 2. It might be like a prequel or something. There's like a hair here. Ah, it's itchy. I can't think of anything else. And like I said, Luigi's Mansion and Fire Emblem, but that's neither here nor there. I do have Bookmark to get, as I found it relatively cheap. It's like the old Zelda games. It's like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and I forget. There's like 4 of them on the disc for the GameCube. I found it cheap by chance. So I am getting that soonish. That'll be in my thing at the end of the year before the new year or during the new year, where I share everything I get during the year. Can't remember if there was anything else that I saw that was specifically on GameCube, and I was like, yeah, okay. I think it was just that. And that's just because it has like Master Quest version or whatever. Yeah, it's called like Collector's Edition. Whatever. Anyways, and then Animal Crossing. I want to get that on GameCube. I'm going to try to get those before the end of the year, but time will tell on that. Because it's always possible that by the time I go to get it, it's sold out. You never know. But I do want to try to get them. But I mean, I'm not set on that Zelda game. That one's just kind of an optional thing. I just like the fact it has a Master Quest version, which basically means a harder version. And I don't think there's any other way to play a harder version of Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. Pretty sure that's the only way to play those in their Master Quest varieties. At least in America. You probably can emulate it. Alrighty. That's it for GameCube. I'm rambling at this point. I just kind of was trying to figure out something to say so the video wasn't just like 10 minutes. If you know like an obscure GameCube game that doesn't go for like $1 jillion, that is worth adding to my small little library of GameCube games, let me know. I will most likely pick it up at some point whenever I get a chance. Until next time, bye.